Baby, we are back. We are back. Listen, make sure you like this video as you are coming in. Make sure you like it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. Listen, this time, honey, I am back because there is a comment that one of you all made on one of my videos. And you know how you're reading comments and it's that one comment that sticks out and you're like, okay, I gotta address this. So it was the Tisha would never replace male video. She will never be male. So the person says, people need to stop with comparing Tisha and Melody. It's not fair to Tisha, any other lady on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Most people don't even know who the hell Melody is. So let's stop acting like she's this big television star that everybody wants to be like and can't live without seeing. Let me read more. I believe that Tisha just wants to be herself. I gotta clock you right there. I don't think so. This girl, it's just crazy because Marceau gaslit Mel on the show when he said that she just does all these things just to see what sticks. That literally is the definition of his wife. I told y'all, I feel like she suffers from imposter syndrome. She's constantly trying to be somebody else. And I really admired her last year when she said, she's sick of being a boss chick. She want to go back to working from home and just helping her children out, right? I respected Tisha for that, but it's like now, then you get your ass back online talking about, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, if you notice Melody's swag, whether you like Melody or not, Melody has a certain energy, I notice. And it's I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And, that's not gonna stop. I'm here to handle what I need to handle. I think I heard her one time say that, I handle things according to priority. So if one of the kids gets sick, that becomes the priority over the business. And then I still handle business. We also have seen Melody pack up baby Milani and bring her to the office. She had a little playpen in there. Melody handles business. What we're saying is Melody's image is for real. Like, is Melody perfect? Absolutely not. Absolutely. She's not. I told y'all what I didn't like about Melody because there was some things I did not like, but there's more about her that I like, that I respect, that I admire because it's really her. She's not trying to pretend to be somebody else. Tisha is a wannabe. Some of y'all get upset when people they catch stuff quick. I'm quick. I can see shit in real time. I can see who faking. Destiny is another wannabe. You gotta look at how Melody was able to move on from Destiny. Destiny still wanted Melody's friendship. She realized she wasn't going to get it. So the next best thing is to become cool with Tisha. That way they can get together and talk about Melody. Okay? Birds of a feather. They really do flock together. They really do. You had Kimmy that said on one of the reunions, if it wasn't for Tisha being associated with her through, both of their men being brothers and through marriage, she wouldn't hang with Latifah. Why? Because Letitia's character was being called into question around that time, and Kimmy did not like some of the things that Tisha and Miss Wanda was doing. So what I'm saying is, if Latifah really knows who she is, she would just be who she is. She wouldn't keep adapting to all of these different personalities to see what sticks. It's like, if I'm around Mel, and she's a monitoring spirit. Like, monitoring spirits are really real. They are real. people be around you copying. I know I have witnessed that in a friendship that I was in. The person would copy my personality, copy and paste my business ideas. They knew they could never be me. They had the audacity. Okay. They didn't have the personality. They know they can't be you, but they figure if they are going to be around you, then they need to acclimate in some type of way. They need to make up for what's missing. So, like, all I can do is just copy off of you, because I know I'm not on your level, and I feel insecure about who I am. And, what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Tisha should just be the stay-at-home mom. And maybe she may want to run a little business here and there, but she don't have to be Melody. I think the fans have always said, Tisha, just be who you are. But she has always felt, since Melody was in the equation, and now that Melody's out of the equation, we've been seeing Tisha online more. Because she's trying to, garner the position of being anchor of the show the way Melody was. And it's just never, I don't know. I feel like it should just be left up in the air. See who the fans gravitate towards. Because I told y'all, a lot of them, they're not really likable like that, because they are really not being themselves. Like the Scotts, so much of their real life, it's not on the show. Okay, that's why I call them not the Scotts, the Knots, because they are not who they say they are. They really are not. They're entertaining the drag, but it's like they lack authenticity. They lack transparency. They don't really say what they mean or mean what they say. A lot of shit looks staged for the show. They're not really letting you in to see the ins and outs of their personal lives. I think there is a lot of shame there. They were willing to piggyback and live off the coattails of Mel and Martell and that whole side chick storyline, and they wanted to live vicariously through that. And now the pressure is on. Okay? So Tisha is popping up on the internet a little bit more often because, like I said, she's trying to be the anchor of the show. You got Miss Nail. She probably feel like it should be her because she's older. You got Kimmy because Kimmy feel like she think outside the box a little bit differently than the other women. You got Destiny that seem like she don't have a destiny. She's another hanger-on, another leech. Okay, another, let me see what I can get out of somebody. She has this entitlement that is crazy aggressive. Okay, she has unrealistic expectations. She's another faker, another like wannabe. It's like, oh, I'm around these people, so I will adapt this identity. I will adapt and try to have this identity. And nothing is sticking because it's not really, I don't know, it's not really real. Like, I do understand the Madani and the hair and all of that, because Destiny does look really nice. So I believe like that about her. But girl, you need to get on the show showing your real life, showing you selling them damn lottery tickets. Okay, girl? And let me get 756 box and straight, honey. That was the number back in the day if you wanted to hit. Okay, but yeah, a lot of these people, they have certain, to me, they got this same archetype. It's like this imposter syndrome. But yeah, I hear what this person is saying, like, oh, people put Melody on a pedestal, and I think that was the issue, though, with the group. There was some of that there. Some of them was jealous of her, and the one that was the most jealous of her was her damn husband. That's why he was cheating with Ariane, to put Melody in her place and put her in lowest terms and force her to have cognitive dissonance. Okay, because she began thinking, yeah, but I married this man and we got children, but he's not loyal. He's not loyal. He ain't loyal to nobody. Now he got Ariane over there, okay, on the bench. He then took her on the merry-go-round. Okay, this ain't the life she thought she would have. Remember, she took Melody's nigga with her eyes closed. She's not really getting the reality that she wants to get. That's why ever so often, Martell gives her little breadcrumbs to keep her going on the merry-go-round. Okay? That's what he does to keep her going. Intermittent reinforcement is the term. Remember, we talked about that. Intermittent reinforcement is a behavioral psychology technique that involves rewarding a desired behavior occasionally rather than consistently. It's a method of shaping and maintaining learned behaviors through planned, irregular incentives. So when he gets on live with Ariane, that's her reward to prove to us that she took Melody's man, she's winning. Her man, Savannah, he's a good man. That's what that is. And then if you notice when she's not at events with him, she's pouting. They're having issues in the background she don't want nobody to know about. She will never let you all know that she ended up with the short end of the stick. She wants to look like she's winning. You all remember when she was talking to the original Straight No Chaser and she had to admit that Melody is out here winning. She has a team. She's looking good. You know what I'm saying? Melody has bossed up. She said it in a way in which she was proud, but she feels a way because it's like, that's not what Martell gives. But what Ariane needs to know is, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. Because I've heard this before, and married people, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but it is the woman that makes the man better in marriages. And a lot of times that man swag. I even heard Jada Pinkett Smith. I know y'all like, well, I don't want to hear about her and Will, but just listen. She picked out, his clothes. She's very influential in his life. That man listens to her. When your man really love you, you're going to be very influential in his life. Your opinion is going to matter. Whether he wants to admit it or not, he gonna be listening like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I have heard that, and I believe that. I've worked with some married men, and you can tell it wasn't them. It was like their wife, that set them up with their schedules, and it was their wife that really ran the household, and that was in charge of the girls, honey, and him, shit. Okay? So that really is a thing, and that was the thing with Martell. Melody was one of the best parts of him. He knows that. But his ego. He was in competition with Melody. It was more important to win. Martell actually represents a lot of men out in society that feel the need to compete with their woman because they don't feel good enough. They don't feel like they measure up. So in order to make things a level playing field, they have to punish the wife. That's why Melody said in Telltale Signs, how you treat your wife like your enemy. Well, he's able to do that because he's in competition with you, because being around you makes him feel inferior. When he was over there with Ariane, it made him feel superior. It was a false sense of superiority, though. He's finding out now that he done crashed out, honey, and lost everything. And Ariane is starting to wake up. Okay, but bitch, you still need to wake up, because every day look like it's Groundhog Day up over there. Okay? But yeah, that's literally what happened. That's like, women be like, oh, men cheated. No, a lot of times they're cheating to punish you. You are so good looking. You are so talented. You have such a light about yourself. Okay, that's why people feel the need to blow your candles out, because you have such a light about yourself. And I was just thinking about how I'm going to be approaching 40, and that is one lesson that I've had to learn. Like, a lot of people that I come in contact with, they see the light that I represent. They see that I'm beautiful, I'm talented. I walk to the beat of my own drum, and that makes certain people feel inferior. That makes them feel insecure. That makes them feel threatened. That makes them feel challenged. You know what I'm saying? And that's not my problem. And I'm, unapologetic about it, about who I am. You can either deal with me or you can't. Okay, you can either work with me or you can't, and it's cool. But that's what a lot of people do. They will keep you around, because they need your light to live. They need you to help them create the life that they want. So they try to live vicariously through you. And it came out when Martell would have to tell Melody, well, I'm the one that would push you, and I'm the one, and you would have still been a school teacher. And he has to keep mentioning, what he did for her, because he realized he's not the star anymore. She rose to the occasion. She's the one making, millions of dollars. And he resented that because it wasn't him that really made them touchdown. It was her. She the one with the biggest fan base, on the show. Whether you like Melody or not, she's a hard worker. She's a force to be reckoned with. And a lot of people, they are not going to like this. This cast never liked that about her. I picked up on that. I wasn't even team nobody back then, because I was trying to figure some shit out. But I knew, I was like, it's something with Melody and Martell that's not right. They didn't seem that happy to me. To me, they were trying to, manufacture this image of a power couple. It was convincing, good looking couple, charismatic. I did like them together. I will admit that. I liked them more than any of the other casts. I did. But the truth began to come out about their real marriage, okay? And, I don't think that anybody saw them the same after all the side chick stuff came out. Then we start kind of looking at all the other couples, and they tried to act like, they was too good to experience infidelity, and they was just trying to ride the coattails of Melody and Martell and this whole side chick storyline. I think we as the audience, we saw that. Okay, we synced it. Shout out to Moses. Okay, so I took to the community tab, and I asked you all, was Bobby Brown jealous of Whitney Houston? 63% of you all said yes. 37% of you all said no. I believe he was jealous of Whitney. I wish Shannon would have asked him that. I don't know if he would have told the truth, though, because before it was, well, no, I'm not. But a lot of men, they can't handle being with such a powerhouse such as Whitney Houston, the voice. You know what I'm saying? That's why, remember, when Bobby turned on Whitney, began cheating on her. See, do you notice there's a pattern? It doesn't matter who the man is. There is a pattern of behavior when men get jealous of their successful women. They start with the cheating. Then they will use your money and resources to help this other woman. That is their way of getting back at you for not measuring up to you. They will talk about you like a dog to your enemies. They will talk to your enemies and tell them how they snaked you. They want to embarrass you. They want to put you on blast. They really want to sabotage your life. There is this anger. There is this hatred when a man is jealous of a woman. Okay? It's there. And a lot of people will, they will make an excuse for it and say, oh, he's just a man. You got to protect the man's ego. Women got ego too. We got ego too. And, but yeah, and remember what Miss Nail told Martell, this is a high quality calibered woman, and you embarrassing her and got her in this love triangle, making her look stupid. All of it is for control, it's for power, and those are the men that you want to ignore. But Martell looked good on the outside. Melody loved him no matter what, because he didn't look that good back then when Melody got him. Okay, when Ariane got with him, she got the cleaner cut version, but who helped to make that man a better man? The woman. Got them teethuses fixed, got that damn hairline fixed. Okay? She just didn't pass the builder's license test for him. He just wanted to use hers. It was right there all along, you guys. You just gotta look. You just have to look at it. You don't even have to look for the truth. All you gotta do is just be willing, to see what's already there. And he was using Melody's builder's license. Yeah, she was the one with the license. You see, when they broke up, and when they broke up, he also felt the need to, Melody cheated too. They try to make you as bad as they are. That way, people will turn on you. It will somehow gaslight you and guilt you into going back to them, because he loved Melody when she was on that merry-go-round going round and around. He loved that he could do a little intermittent reinforcement on her. I'll pretend I've changed. Then once I have my way with you, you make me mad, I'm going to Ariane. And I will use this woman to tear you down. She could say what she want to say about you. I'll never go against this woman in front of you. I want you to feel inferior as I make this other woman superior to you. So yeah, you was my wife, but I'm gonna put it out there and act like, she's who I am really loyal to. Because remember what Melody said, you ain't never, you didn't take my side. Melody was like, tell her, Martell, don't talk to my wife that way. He didn't even want to say it because he didn't want to give Melody that. The same things that you as a woman will need: love, security, faithfulness, a soft place to land. If a man is jealous of you, he'll make sure. Y'all remember that the perfect exercise was what they did when they got to Houston. Remember the little games they was playing? How Martell was behind Melody, and Melody was to fall, and Martell was to catch her. Melody and it was funny as hell, but it was true. It was true. It was so real that when she went to fall back, she just fell on the floor because she knew his motherfucking ass didn't have her and wasn't going to catch her. Because when they are jealous of you, they feel like, oh, you showing out. Who does this bitch think that she is? They hate you. They hate your success. They hate your personal development, even though they are unwilling to participate in theirs. Okay? Check that. Unwilling to really do the work. They feel slighted. They will compare you to other people to make it seem like there's something wrong with you when really there's something wrong with them, but they refuse to do anything about it. They will blame you, make you feel like it's your job to make them happy, even though you're with a motherfucker that don't want to be happy, probably don't even want to be alive, but he'll blame it on you. And you not this, and you not doing this, and you. His list of demands constantly changes for you. How you go win when a motherfucker is always changing their mind? Yeah, well, I want this, but I'll tell you I really want that. Well, and then I'll tell you how this one over here really doing what I need her to do. That's not a partnership. That's not love. That's a dictatorship. That's narcissism. You want to be served. You think the whole fucking relationship is about you. Evil. Diabolical. And a lot of times these people are very calm when they do this stuff. They'll triangulate to get a reaction. They are agents of chaos, constantly starting fires, constantly, like, remember what I just told y'all, how my mother invited my cousin that cussed me out because she wasn't invited. She had cussed me out about another party she wasn't invited to. And didn't apologize, and my mother thought that it would be good to invite that lady. And that lady brought her kids and some more kids with her, wasn't even invited. But that's what the narcissist, in my case, it was my mother, I believe, is narcissistic. They like to do things like that to get a reaction, to poke at you. And boy, did I give her a reaction. I think she realized, shit, the stove is hot. Fucking with me is like fucking with a hot stove. You're going to know the first time. I'm going to go already see. Because cancers, honey, we're psychics. We can kind of already feel the lesson that needs to be learned, and you will learn it. We are the mothers of the zodiac. And I think on that day, my mother felt checked, and it was checkmate. Okay, you're going to learn. Okay? Don't do that with me. Our relationship, it was never the same after that. I never seen her the same. Remember when Martell invited Latifah and Marceau, when they was out of town with the kids in Destin or whatever? Remember that? Why would you invite them when this is y'all trip with y'all kids? But that's what the narcissist does. They want to see you be around people that you don't like because they always need some type of strife. There's people that always need some type of drama going on. I was with a man like that. He would always bring up people he knew I didn't like. And I'm like, why is you even mentioning them? And really quick, let me talk about Carlos King really quick. That's a real thing with him, like wanting to be on Portia's side. I noticed like he doesn't go against her at all on that podcast. And I'm still tripping over the fact that Funky Dineva allegedly, he said that Nene only works in conflict. He said that Carlos said that. I thought that was interesting. And Dineva, honey, don't be out here spilling too much tea, honey. Oh, because I know some people may be... Y'all remember he had brought Oliver into the Michelle thing. I was like, oh, child, you just be messy. Just be spilling everybody tea about what they said about everybody. A mess. But yeah, go sit up trying to defend Portia. Well, Fallon was out here cheating. I wonder why she was cheating. And Claudia had to tell him she wasn't cheating when they were on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Why would Simon sign up to be on a show with his cheating wife? He wanted to make that a narrative, deflect, because that's what liars do. It's what liars, cheaters, scammers, that's what they do. They want to deflect. I've had it done to me. They want to get away from the shit that they are doing that's diabolical. Okay, that's dismissive, that's narcissistic. They want to get away from their bad behavior and put the blame off of off on you like, yeah, well, this is why me and Portia is together, because she was messing with the pool boy. Well, nigga, if you would have came home at night, she wouldn't have needed to mess with the pool boy. See, I'm a different type of woman. And when a woman step out, she's not getting what she needs. Well, she should just break up and be the bigger... Are you giving her a warning that you're getting ready to be a fucking headache? You getting ready to waste her time? Put her in lowest terms? Put her in a burning house? Are there any warnings, niggas? Okay, so no. Stop expecting all this fair treatment when you're not fair with the treatment that you dish out. Okay? She don't owe that nigga no loyalty, because he damn sure wasn't loyal to her. He wasn't even loyal to Portia. He was talking to all these other women while he was allegedly getting engaged to Portia. So he's a womanizer. You better not be a manizer. You better not be out here messing with any men, or your character looks bad. Fallon never looked bad to me. People was like, but that's not fair and that's not right. And, look at how Simon did her. That woman ain't acting like that for no reason. I don't feel, though, you need to be getting pregnant by everybody that you deal with. I don't agree with that, you dark-sided Taurus, because y'all are known for that. Fallon look like if you kiss her, she go get pregnant, child. Okay? Fertile Myrtle. She's a beautiful woman. But, yeah, a beautiful woman like that ain't sitting at home at night, because she ain't got to. Now, I do think that Fallon has some codependent issues she need to get to the bottom of. I do. She had some issues, and it came out on that marriage boot camp show with Jalen. They did have some codependency issues. But at the same time, same way a man, like men, I told y'all, are very codependent. They can't be alone, but they will tell a woman in a minute, she need to learn to be alone. She need to break up with this person. She need to do this. She should have did this the right way. Did you do your shit the right way? Okay, this is why we here, nigga, in the first place. Because of you and what you do. How you move around. But yeah, that's a mess. Oh, real quick, let's talk about Kenya. Kenya, girl, if you gonna come out with this confessional video, you should have had the shiggity out on time. Kenya was telling the people it's gonna be out, and then it didn't even come out on a day. It was supposed to come out on Friday. I don't think it came out till Saturday. Team Twirl, honey, they was pissed. Oh, Kenya was looking bad as hell. That's a badass 50-something. You damn 50-somethings, honey, is giving me a run for my damn money. Okay, and right now y'all winning. Kenya bad as hell. Ponytail in, hoop earrings, that dress fitted for the gods, honey. Fit like a glove, had her heels on. I said, come on and show the hair spot. I love the editing of the video. She talked about basically how they took Britt's side over hers. Britt didn't have to suffer any consequences or repercussions for threatening her with a weapon. Kenya says she's not going to be at the reunion. At first they invited her, then they disinvited her. Shade. People have brought up that she was fired before season 10 for trying to marry Mark. You remember that. Now, I wasn't with you when you did that, Kenya. But, I think that Kenya should be able to come back to the show. Britt is giving fake villain. She's trying to be Kenya, but it's not. It's like this desperate ass failed attempt that she need to quit. It's like she got imposter syndrome or something, like Latifah Scott. She's trying to be somebody that she's not, because it's not giving villain. Okay, I'm willing to play the victim, okay, while I vilify the true victim, which is Kenya, because Bravo not doing her right, but then again, Kenya, this what your ass get for the shit that you said to Nene, because you kept trying to blame Nene for her issues with Bravo, and you ended up having the same issues, because guess what? Because of how you look. You're a black woman. The rules are different when you're a black woman on Bravo. Kenya got to bringing up, well, I wonder what would have happened if she would have threatened Kyle or somebody down to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Oh, it would have went very different. Or Teresa Giudice. Teresa Giudice, she was able to knock Andy down and keep her job, but Nene got suspended because, remember, she told the producers, the cameramen, not to go in her closet. They did it anyways. Do y'all see how people turn stuff around? But because Nene's personality is, the way that it is, a lot of people bought into it. Yeah, she tore that cameraman's shirt off. How dare she do that? She did it because she told them don't go in her damn room. No means no. You don't get to treat somebody any kind of way and then when they retaliate on your ass, now you mad. You don't do that. So, yeah. And then that's why I told y'all I didn't like what Candy and Portia did. I think they was down to the reunion or somewhere. Yeah, she bruised up the cameraman and she did this and she did that. She told them people, and Eva Marcel agreed, and I was so happy for Eva that season, because she really, even though she wasn't in a good place with Nene season 11, she was like, that was wrong what they did, because Nene always said her closet was off limits. They knew that, and they just did it anyways, and then tried to blame her, tried to gaslight her. It's a mess. So Kenya, she got over 168,000 views, 17,000 likes on the video. Like I said, I like the whole ambiance of the video, shooting and, in the hair spa. She showed her business, that she was shampooing some people. I'm like, Kenya, girl, I love you. Look, this season at least. But I don't believe you getting all them customers like that. I felt like she was telling a damn fib when she said that. I don't think people are up at the spa. I thought that this was more of an advertising, and I'm not mad at her. Get your coins. She mentioned, though, that everybody's getting paid off of speaking her name, like Portia, so she had to get on here too. And I don't blame her. Get your money, girl. But like I said, I really like the production of it. She didn't just film at home. She really gave you that bad bitch energy. Or in her words, I'm still that bitch energy. Okay, we got it, Kenya. We got it. I love that dress she had on. The color on her skin, Kenya is beautiful. She really is. I told y'all I always thought Kenya was beautiful before Housewives. It's my opinion of her went down. Season 5, and I was just watching season 5. God damn, it looked like she had bullet holes through her damn face. Her skin was bad, honey. Whoo, child. Looked like a car had been riding on that motherfucker and fell right into one of them holes. I was like, God damn. I think she was very insecure, even though she was a beauty queen. When she came on here, she was very insecure. She had really bad skin. She still hadn't figured out her makeup and stuff. Certain stuff was off with Kenya. She was desperate to be a wife and begging that man to propose to her. Meanwhile, on the island, Nene was able to call it out, because that's my girl. She gonna call it how she see it. Meanwhile, trying to get Walter to propose, but flirting with everybody, man, and had her ass all on Peter. Okay, Kenya was a whole mess and flirting with Apollo. So that's why a lot of people didn't like Kenya, because we were very confused, and God is not the author of confusion. Kenya was seasons 5 and 6, honey. She didn't got it together, though. She didn't got it together. You cannot fake influence, and I'm influential. Yes, Kenya. The people feel like Kenya Moore took accountability and provided receipts. She plugged in her products and her hair spa. Not a minute was wasted. Yeah, she did really good. She did good. She lost a lot of money, though, doing that shit to that girl. And she apologized several times. Kenya still want that check. I'm not mad at her. But I would feel a way about returning to Bravo. they just seem a bit double-minded. They just seem a bit contradictory. Like, it's very, like, there's obviously double standards. Their business is not set up in a fair way, especially for a Black woman. So that's all I got to say about that, you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.